What's up guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Minhoquinho here as always. For the past 2 episodes I've been rebuilding my Capoeira Floreio sequences. Today I'm rebuilding sequence 3, which is very exciting. I already warmed up, so I'm gonna spare you the warm-up. Just gonna get straight into it. But first I'm gonna show you the first version of the third sequence, and then so you can know what we're working on. So as you can probably already see, I'm gonna start the new version of the sequence from different kick and in a little bit more challenging way, just to make it a bit more challenging. That's the whole idea. The second bit of the sequence stays exactly the same way, negativa to the side into corta capim, just because I really want this combination into my vocabulary. I want to be able to basically not think about doing that movement when I go to negativa to the side. I want it to be automatic for me. 1 of 3 really. The third part stays exactly the same, the entrance into the low bridge. I got this movement, this entrance from Mestre Pioli. I saw him live doing this once and I loved it, and since then, I think that was actually the moment, just after the event I saw it, I decided to build sequences, and then within, I think a week, I've built first 3 sequences. So the third one included this movement. Okay, let's practice low bridge first. I'm gonna combine this bit with negativa to the side and corta capim with low bridge now. If you've watched my previous 2 episodes when I was recreating my first and second Capoeira Floreio sequence, when I got to the second part, I didn't really know what I'm gonna do. I just had a few ideas. It's kind of similar today with third sequence, but not really, because I want to incorporate 2 movements. First one is Cordão de Ouro, which is the movement that I really wanted to have in the third sequence, along with this transition of Mestre Pioli, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna keep those 2 movements. I don't really know how I'm gonna incorporate that yet, but I will. So let's practice Cordão de Ouro, and I'm gonna talk about the second movement in a moment. there we go, awkward down Joris first movement. The second movement is going to be something that I have never seen anyone ever doing. I'd love to say I came up with this idea, but I'm not really sure, so I'm not going to claim it. Well, maybe, to some extent. It's a high bridge transfer to Capoeira, but in a little bit different way than usual. That's the one. That's the one. So this movement it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult. What else can I say about it? If I at any point in the sequence as I put it all together, if I struggle, I can still do the low version, which is much easier. Let me show you the low version. This movement though has one big drawback, and it is that it's very extremely difficult to do it if the floor is slippery. Let's try to put everything together now. I think I already have an idea how I'm gonna finish this sequence. So this could be either the hardest sequence, Capoeira Floreio sequence that I built ever and tried, maybe, like physically demanding, or I'm super tired, or both. So guys, this is sequence number 3 from now. I love it. It's very challenging, lots of cool moves, and I also like that this sequence tends to kind of finish not in the line, because capoeira is played in the roda. So this sequence kind of tends to turn at the very end, after the bridge, and accordion is kind of on the side. So depending how you finish the bridge, but yeah, that's what I like about this as well. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this episode. Maybe you learned something, maybe you found it useful, maybe entertaining, maybe both, why not. So yeah, keep training, and I'll see you in the next episode where I'm gonna be rebuilding sequence 4.